Britain is too fat and is getting fatter.
Officially the biggest health crisis in American history.
There's the belly fat, the other kind of fat.
The glycogen, like a refrigerator.
Eat as little saturated fat as possible.
Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Too much protein can damage your kidneys.
If you are trying to lose weight, all you need to do is create a calorie deficit.
You can eat the same amount of calories, but if you are consolidating those calories more towards the evening, you're going to gain more weight.
What if you could take a magic pill to achieve the body of your dreams? A pill that could save you hours of hard work, dieting, upset and frustration. Well, maybe you can. There is a new age of fat burners appearing before us, with ever more potent promises to torch fat like never before.
It's simple. Take 2 capsules in the morning and watch your body transform faster than ever before.
The US alone spends $2.1 billion a year on weight loss pills. Worldwide obesity has tripled since 1975. And with more overweight people in the world than ever before, could this new era of fat burners be the answer? And is that why so many people are buying them? These are the questions that I wanted to answer, and in order to do so, I first needed to find out if they worked. To do this, I focused my attention on one of the fastest growing supplement companies in the United States, Innosupps.
Every day that I take this, my calorie count in loss is double.
So detoxify, just feel that extra burn of sweat and power pushing through your workout.
It doesn't have any added sugar. It's just L-carnitine, natural amino acid that your body creates, and it helps you metabolize all that fat.
Thank you so much, Innosupps. Love the product. Keep them coming.
Founded in 2020 by serial entrepreneur Kevin Gunderson, the Nevada-based company brands themselves as a healthy and natural choice of fitness supplements.
It is stimulant-free, contains 0 artificial sweeteners, and it tastes amazing.
And although they've only been in operation for less than 2 years, their energetic marketing strategies, unique products, and fitness influencer endorsement have seen them cement their own footing within the competitive supplement industry. Their innovative products boast scientific backing.
KSM 66 has been evaluated in 22 gold standard human clinical trials.
Their advertisements encourage a healthy, fitness-based lifestyle.
Guys, the Volcan especially, literally sweating buckets when I train. Sweating buckets. So I want you guys to go check it out, and I'll talk more about it later. But I'm gonna hit my bike right now. Peace out.
And they even donate a portion of their profits to charity. This all sounds great, and it is, until you start to do some research. I spent countless hours scouring scientific literature and compiling respected expert opinions pertaining to the ingredients of fat burners and Innosupps to see if science backs up the promises. Innosupps have 4 main fat burners. Within these 4 products, the active ingredients are the following: L-carnitine, green tea, grains of paradise, Capsimax, caffeine, and CLA. Most fat burners available today contain a variety of these ingredients. And the first ingredient for review is L-carnitine. L-carnitine is an amino acid found in a variety of foods that we eat, particularly red meat. Its role is to transport fatty acids into the mitochondria of our cells to be utilised for energy production. Higher levels within the muscle are said to increase fat oxidation, which in theory leads to greater fat use and results in fat loss.
The benefits the supplement companies will claim are the following: it increases your fat loss, it increases physical performance, and it will enhance cognitive function, your cognitive capabilities.
Turns out L-carnitine, even though it's really good in theory, doesn't actually translate to real world weight loss results.
You would have to take 2 grams of carnitine for 6 months before you would even see an increase in your muscle carnitine levels, which may lead to more fat burning. Does that sound to you like a solid base for selling you L-carnitine supplements with a direct cause of helping to burn fat?
Theoretically, it's been proposed that L-carnitine, even in those that are not deficient, might increase fat loss, but as of yet, the studies have not shown that. It's actually shown the opposite, no effect whatsoever.
As of yet, an effect on weight loss has only been observed in type 2 diabetics, the elderly, and those who are deficient in L-carnitine. And even in these circumstances, most of the literature reports no effect at all. The next commonly used ingredient is grains of paradise.
When you take grains of paradise, your body increases something called BAT, which is short for brown adipose tissue. When you increase BAT production, your body becomes optimized to burn the cold white fat that seems to be immune to even the hardest workouts and diets.
Grains of paradise are a spice used in West African cuisine and have similarities to ginger and cardamom. Only 2 studies have observed grains of paradise's effect on weight loss and fat reduction over a prolonged period of time, and in both cases, no significant effect was observed. so claims of this ingredient's fat-burning properties are not based in science. But perhaps chili peppers could hold the secret to fat loss. Capsaicin is the active ingredient found in chilies. It is commonly used in fat burners due to supposed metabolic boosting effects. It is often labelled as a patented ingredient called Capsimax.
In my opinion, the most effective fat burner on the market is Capsimax. If you take Capsimax in the morning or before your workout, you will burn a lot more fat than if you didn't.
First question, I saw on TV that capsaicin can help with weight loss. Are there any studies to support that?
The answer to the question is no. It does actually increase your metabolic rate by about 0.8 to 0.9 calories, which isn't a huge sum on its own, but that is something, right? So why did I say no? That's because if you consistently eat this, your body is going to somehow get used to it, and it actually slowly decreases in potency until it's basically nothing again.
Capsaicin may raise energy expenditure short term, but research is yet to confirm its practical application as a weight loss aid, as we may adapt to long-term consumption. The same can be said for caffeine. The studies available show a blunted response in habitual caffeine consumers.
Drink green tea. It's loaded with powerful antioxidants called catechins, which are believed to work synergistically with caffeine to enhance fat burning. Now, whether or not green tea will actually boost weight loss, it's not going to be a magical effect that you see here. In fact, I've seen a lot of companies try and do something shady like, oh, our supplements have green tea extract and that's what helps you burn fat. Don't go that far.
Just gonna burn some extra fat.
The final commonly used supplement in many of today's fat burners is CLA. CLA stands for conjugated linoleic acid and is a naturally occurring fatty acid that is found within the stomachs of grass-fed animals such as cattle, deer, sheep and goats. Although CLA in supplemental form is produced by chemically altering vegetable oils.
A dosage of 3.4 grams of CLA gave the optimum results of lower body fat mass and increased lean body mass, so they did have an effect, but they weren't huge.
Research does show some very slight reductions in body fat mass may be attained following 12 weeks of CLA supplementation of between 1,800mg and 3,600mg daily. But most notably, InnoShred only contains 300mg of CLA, which is considerably less than the amount used within these studies. The first question that I set out to answer was, do they work? And the reality is, a small and temporary increase in energy expenditure may be attained by taking these supplements. But do they contribute to fat loss to any noticeable amount? No, they probably don't. Global costs as a result of obesity are estimated at $990 billion per year, and if the ingredients within these fat burners truly made a significant difference to weight loss, we probably wouldn't be hearing about them from fitness influencers. So now to the second question, why are so many people buying them? To answer this, I once again turn to my case study, Innosupps. Enter fitness influencer and Innosupps spokesperson, Simeon Panda. Simeon Panda is a professional trainer, bodybuilder, entrepreneur, and one of the most influential fitness personalities today. He offers training and nutrition advice via his YouTube channel to millions of followers, and recently signed a contract to represent and endorse Innosupps. Like many successful fitness influencers, Simeon has an extremely muscular physique, which has earned him both titles as a bodybuilder and a huge social media following. Simeon believes in full transparency with his audience, and upon signing with Innosupps, he released a video to fully explain why he did so.
I'm being offered hundreds of thousands by all sorts of supplement companies, and I didn't join any. Why? Because I was only prepared to sign with a brand that stood for everything that I stand for.
Interestingly, Simeon's own supplementation protocols are frequently a topic of conversation within the YouTube community.
Simeon Panda is just an example of endgame social media narcissism at the highest level. You have 7 million gullible people following you and you have the audacity to put natural in your bio.
Let's see what Simeon Panda himself says that he owes his freaking amazing build to. I do not consider myself to have elite genes, as many say. I genuinely believe that I owe my physique to a combination of consistency, great diet and intense training and and he didn't say the last part. No, of course he's not natural. Are you freaking kidding me? I looked at him in 1 second, he's not natural. He's not natural, of course he's not natural. Are you kidding me?
Simeon Panda also stacks these supplements, obviously, and for $250, his stack could be yours.
Why did you choose to stay natural? Hey! This is a troll, everyone. Say hello.
It's insulting to my intelligence. It's insulting to everyone who has worked out for more than a year.
But Innosupps are not targeting people who have worked out for more than a year, because anyone with a half-decent knowledge of the gym and what is genetically achievable can quickly see through what Simeon has to say. Instead, Innosupps are marketing to newcomers looking to lose weight or get in shape, and they don't necessarily have the knowledge to know that fat burners do not work. Innosupps operate in a very similar way to V-Shred. It almost seems like they have emulated many of V-Shred's strategies for success, and Simeon is to Innosupps what Vince Sant is to Sculpt Nation. They both utilize their physiques to gain huge followings. They both claim to be of benefit to the industry by providing workout advice, but ultimately they are both poster boys for deceitful companies. I don't want to point fingers at Simeon, but he's like a double-edged sword. On one side, he lies about his exogenous hormone use, which gives people unrealistic expectations of what is naturally achievable from the gym, and the knock-on effect is that people become dissatisfied with their results and either quit the gym, develop body dysmorphia, or turn to using anabolic steroids themselves. And as more people take anabolics and lie about it, this further skews what people think is attainable. The second side of this sword is that Simeon not only lies about his physique, but he uses it to market extremely expensive supplements that do not work to people who do not know any better. And I believe this represents everything that is wrong with the fitness industry. Fitness influencers and the businesses they represent should be nurturing people's inclination to get in shape, rather than exploiting a beginner's lack of knowledge to further inflate their bank accounts. This, however, is only part of the puzzle. The second part of why so many people are still buying weight loss supplements is a perpetual stream of misinformation spread within the fitness industry to complicate fat loss. As the more confusion that there is created around the subject, the more opportunity there is for companies to profit. Yes, psychological aspects to weight loss can be extremely complex, and each individual has their own unique relationship with food, which understanding and improving upon can be a long road of hard work and perseverance. But this does not change the fact that weight loss is a case of calories consumed versus calories burned, and no magic pill will ever change that. YouTube, although a great resource for learning, is also a powerful tool for providing misinformation. In addition to channels such as V-Shred and Simeon Panda, we have Dr. Oz and Thomas DeLauer. Aimed at a more general population, these two channels both grossly misrepresent scientific information and subsequently provide very misleading advice.
Okay, so this is exactly what I was talking about before and what Thomas DeLauer does time and time again in his videos. He cherry picks some modest finding from a random study and then he completely exaggerates the actual real world effect to make it sound like he's sharing some amazing new discovery with you.
And in the case of Dr. Oz, he abuses his title as a doctor to push weight loss tactics backed only by pseudoscience.
There's nothing ambiguous in the letter 10 doctors wrote about Dr. Mehmet Oz to the Dean of Columbia University's Medical School. We are surprised and dismayed that Columbia University's College of Physicians and Surgeons would permit Dr. Mehmet Oz to occupy a faculty appointment. He has repeatedly shown disdain for science and for evidence-based medicine. He has manifested an egregious lack of integrity by promoting quack treatments and cures in the interest of personal financial gain.
Simeon Panda, V-Shred, Thomas DeLauer and Dr. Oz have a combined following on YouTube alone of over 9 million impressionable people, and this is only who are subscribed. The reach is far wider. As more people subscribe and watch their videos, the higher up the search rankings they appear, which creates a vicious cycle of misinformation, increasing sales of junk supplements such as fat burners. We as a community need to continue to expose those who profit at the expense of people's well-being, so that good information can shine through and people can reach their goals.